Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to be showing you one of the best hunter builds in the game by far. Now honestly, when I tried this thing out, it absolutely shocked me, and I know it will shock a lot of you watching how good this build actually is. But as always, before we do start with today's video, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, drop a like. Let's try and get 100 likes for today's build, because trust me, if you're not using this build, you're going to be at a disadvantage because it's that good. So with that said, let's jump straight into it. Massive shout out to Blazing Booth for sponsoring today's video. As Lightfall is out, they are now offering Day 1 Raid Sherpa service, where you can get the Day 1 completion and the Day 1 emblem. There's only a few limited spots available for this promo. Now obviously they can't guarantee the Day 1, however if you don't get it, they are offering a 15% off for week 1, so it's a great deal also. But not only that, if you guys use code Unstoppable7 at checkout, you will get a 7% discount now, so I'll leave a link in the description, check them out. Right guys, so the build we are using is going to be the Solar Blade Barrage. Now Blade Barrage is just consistent damage that I do like. Obviously it's a quick super, and to be honest, the damage we're getting from our other things in this class, we don't really need Golden Gun. I mean, you can obviously put it on if you want and change the build up a little bit, but trust me, this is definitely better in my opinion. I've tested them both out, but I definitely prefer Blade Barrage. But if you are a Golden Gun main, then that is up to you. But for the dodge, we're using Gambler's Dodge. This is crucial, make sure you have this on. Dodging near enemies fully recharges your melee, and we are going to need that melee to sort of synergize this build. Jump, totally your preference, whatever you prefer. Now for this one, we do one knife trick, and the reason for this is throw a fan of flaming knives that scorch targets on hit. So it's just going to be easier to sort of do rather than the throwing knife, and trust me, when you sort of synergize all this build together, you'll see why these things are so good and why they're so useful. Now what makes this build so good is this right here, the Trip Mine Grenade. You must have this on because this is what makes the build. Honestly, when we pair it with the young Amakaras, you'll see. But for the aspects, on your mark, precision final blows grant you and nearby allies increased weapon handling, reload speed for a short duration. Activating your class ability immediately grants maximum stacks of on your mark. Then we do have knock 'em down. Your solar supers are enhanced. So our Blade Barrage launches more projectiles, while Radiant final blows with your equipped throwing knife fully refund your melee energy. So while we are Radiant, if we can get a kill with that throwing knife, we'll be getting our Trip Mine back. And as you can see, that's sort of how the build's going to work. Now for our fragments, we're using Ember of Searing. We've got a few new ones as well with Lightfall. Defeating scorched targets grants melee energy and creates a fire sprite. Ember of Singeing. Your class ability recharges faster when you scorch targets. Ember of Ashes, you apply more scorch stacks to targets. Ember of Torches, powered melee attacks against combatants make you and nearby allies radiant. And Ember of Resolve, this is a really good new one. Solar Grenade final blows cure you. Basically it gives you a little bit of health back, and trust me, it does help, especially with this build because you are going to be up close. When you get them nade kills, having that health regen does help a lot. And it is a really good fragment to use for other builds. Now weapon wise, what's brilliant about this build is you can use any sort of weapon you want. To be honest, it's very rare you'll actually be using your weapons if using this build correctly. But I just throw on the Wither Horde, Funnel Web and the new grenade launcher, just because it's a decent sort of DPS build in my opinion if you guys ever need it. Now artifact mods, as you can see, not even really using them. Obviously you can put them on if you guys want to make it better. I'll show you which ones are going to help towards that. So there is one right here, the Solar Surge. This is going to make obviously your life a lot better, because collecting a fire sprite gives you armor charge, which is what we are creating obviously with that. And to be honest, that's the only one that I would recommend getting for this build. This one right here, Solar Surge, definitely going to help the build a lot. Now moving on to the helmet, what we do have is Ashes to Assets, gain bonus super energy on grenade kills. That's just obviously so we can get our super really quickly with this build. For obviously our exotics, increased Trip Mine Grenade duration and blast radius. Ability damage grants Trip Mine Grenade energy. Just this thing absolutely melts, and trust me, you'll be getting your grenade back instantly with this. Then we do have firepower and impact induction. Your grenade final blows creates orbs of power, and impact induction, causing damage with a melee attack, reduces your grenade cooldown. And to be honest, the amount of orbs you actually make, your fire teams will be getting your super back really quickly with you just using this build. And then for your chest piece, just use sort of like damage resistance ones. There's not that many that are good with this build. And then I am using harmonic resistance, so all the resistance you can sort of get just to give you that bit more health. For your legs, what I am running is recuperation, replenishes health each time you pick up an orb, and trust me, like I said, you're going to be generating orbs a lot with this build, and orbs of restoration. Picking up an orb of power grants a small energy to your ability with the least energy, so improving your grenade and your melee even better. And now we do have utility kickstart. When your class ability energy is fully expended, you gain class ability energy. Additionally, your armor charge is consumed and you gain additional stat class ability energy. So we are pairing that up, double utility kickstart. Stats wise, recovery is really good, and resilience. Try and get them to. Grenade you don't really need at all because we're getting them, so it's basically a triple 100 that, if I'm going to be honest. But that is the build, guys. I'll leave a dim link as well because you guys love to just click the link and create the build, which is fair enough. And not only that, like I said, if you are new, subscribe. I'll leave you the gameplay and I will catch you in the next one.